Hi, Chris here. It's been a couple of months since I last uploaded a video, and I feel a little bit guilty about that, so I thought I'd put together a quick video showing some of the stuff that I'm working on that hopefully is going to land before the end of the year. Okay, the biggest project is the Death Race video, the next Retro Histories video, which is the first in a series of 4 about various stories from controversial games. And as you can see, the production of this video is coming on okay. It's going to be about 7 minutes 30. The voiceover is all recorded. The script was locked quite a while ago. I'm about halfway done with the actual edit. The story I think is a good one this time. It's a not particularly obscure but not universally known about game, and it really gives an opportunity to tie into a broader historical point. In terms of technical stuff, there's quite a lot of motion graphics in here that I'm sort of going a little further with than I have before. Trying to raise my game on that. There's even some 3D shots here of a recreation of the machine in the cabinet, because there's not a lot of good video around of these cabinets. There's only a handful still left, and of course no one's out there filming the exact shots that I need, so I went and made my own in Blender. It's also going to be the first of these videos that's in 1080p 60, so I'm trying to raise my technical standards as well and start producing stuff in a relatively decent quality. There's still quite a bit of editing grunt work to come before it's finished, but I'm pretty satisfied with how it's coming together. Okay, on the subject of 12 in 12, I finished Dishonored a few weeks ago. I'm actually playing Mario 64 now. But I am backlogged on doing the videos. I'm still going to do a video on each one, some sort of video essay tying into something that appealed to me or occurred to me about the game. This is the audio edited, about 5 minutes 40 worth, for a video that I put together on Dishonored, where I just sort of jotted down some notes and then talked kind of loosely into a mic. And in the moment, I was relatively happy with that. But listening to it again, I realise how absolutely unusable it is. It's just a meandering stream of consciousness. It doesn't really coalesce around a single point. It's just flitting back and forth between different ideas, and I absolutely hate it. So I'm throwing that one out and starting again. I did recently figure out another premise for a Dishonored video that I'm much happier with, but it's probably going to be a few weeks before I get to recording that, because I've got quite a lot on. So I do have a backlog on 12 in 12. Playing Mario 64 at the moment, and I know what the video for that one is going to be about. It's just Dishonored has been a little... It was a really, really good game. Probably second only to Shadow of the Colossus in enjoyment so far. But I think maybe that's also made it one of the hardest ones to talk about. So anyway, sorry about the backlog on 12 in 12. At this point, obviously, I'm not going to finish all 12 games, let alone all 12 videos, by the end of the year, but I'm just going to continue with that until I've done all 12 at some point next year. I've got a couple of other things on that I'm not quite 100% ready to talk about yet. And one of those is around this. This is an Associated Press article from 1976, July 1976, and this ties into Death Race. It's a story about Death Race, and a lot of newspapers, over 100 of them, carried this same story, basically verbatim. But the headlines they chose, is kind of hard to see on these thumbnails, but every one of these pages has a headline. The headlines were kind of different, and the way that they referred to Death Race was quite different. None of them called it a video game, none of them called it an arcade game. It seems that in mid-1976, that sort of language, that terminology hadn't really standardised. So I'm trying to do a thing, not a video, but there's a chance that I'm going to be doing some sort of a thing around all these headlines. I can't really say more, I really don't want to jinx it. And there's something else quite major coming up as well, but that's something I can't really allude to. I can only say that it's not a video, and it's a pretty major change. So a couple of unannounced things coming up that are big changes for me, things I haven't done before. If you want to know the second any of that stuff gets announced, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at @RetroHistories and @TryOptimum. Hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be able to share all of this stuff, including the new episode of Retro Histories. Okay, I think that's all I can update you on for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.